What's up, YouTube? This is Gilbert or Lala Lakers with Dizzy Gaming, here to bring you another video. So today, as you can see in the title, I'm going to be talking once again about the game that occurred on week 1, day 1 of the Season 5 North American LCS between TSM and Cloud9 Gaming. So I've already talked about it in the How TSM Solved NAR video, which I'll go ahead and post an annotation so you can check out if you wish. And pretty much I just want to elaborate more on the type of play that TSM did, specifically the play style instead of how they dealt with Nar the champion, and how I feel that it's going to catch on more in future matches worldwide, in my opinion. So, one thing that they did is in basketball, there's a type of defense that you play, and I know I make a lot of comparisons between basketball and League of Legends is because I think they are extremely similar in some facets. And I definitely, when the first thing I thought of when I saw TSM and how they play, how Dyrus specifically played against High's Fizz, I want to say, it was just I was like, wow, that's box and one. That's box and one defense in basketball. That's exactly what you do. So the way that box and one works in basketball terms is that you have a type of zone defense going on with your four players, but one player, usually it's your best defensive player. Obviously in league, there's not really a lot of offense defense. I guess you can argue that, but nonetheless, usually in basketball, it's your best defensive player, and you target the best offensive player on the enemy team, and you pretty much say, there's also an expression, keep your hand on his hip, which means you're not letting him get out of arm's length from you. If he runs across the court, you run across with him. If he stands still, you stand there with him. You're pretty much his shadow. And I saw that in this game with Fizz and Dyrus being his shadow, and what it did was it completely took Fizz out of the fight. The rest of the team, it was kind of a 4v4, and Dyrus was over here in Aurelia. Anytime Fizz started to even make a motion or anything towards the fight, Dyrus would stun him immediately, get off as much damage as possible. I think even in some instances burning his ultimate just to zone and keep Fizz extremely low so that when he either did not participate in the fight, which was ideal, because, well, I'll get to that later. But also, if he did participate, it wasn't going to be much. He usually had to playful trickster in, which would mean that that's on an extremely long cooldown for a team fight. Usually, you probably get about one playful trickster per team fight if it's not an extended, sloppy one. So it kept either him completely out of the fight or have not much that have not that much have not that much of an effectiveness in the team fight. So it's pretty simple when you think about it. Put one person to deal. I guess you can think of it kind of like split pushing, except this is more of a team fight oriented. Just put one person to deal with their threat, their flank threat. Fizz is very much so likes to go behind you in the team fight, come in with the fish, just jump on the carry, and then just playful trickster out. Well, when you have one person watching him, going with him through no matter where he goes, um, obviously they had the luxury of taking down the inhibitor turret first before the fight went down, so they didn't have to worry about him retreating into base and then having to turret dive with him. Um, that obviously wouldn't be ideal, but if the opportunity is there where you can follow him anywhere pretty much on the map or anywhere where you're going to be fighting possibly, then I feel that this is a very effective strategy to kind of take one person out of the fight. And a champion like Fizz, I can see this using really well for, obviously. Also, Zed. Zed likes to just kind of flank around the side. He usually doesn't come like directly behind, but he usually comes around the side, ults the carry, and then dashes right back out. Well, if someone stuns him before he can even get to the carry on the side, then he's not going to be bringing much to the team fight. If he ults the defender, like let's say an Aurelia or something like that, or maybe a Maokai, then I would much rather have Zed's ult on a Maokai or Aurelia than, my squishy Jinx or something like that. So it definitely seems like this is a strategy that I would like to see more in competitive league. It's something that I guess you do see to a certain extent, but I've never really seen it that much of a focus as I did with this TSM Cloud 9 game. And that's what really impressed me with that game and that strategy. And I do think that we will be seeing more box and one type strategies. In the near future. I definitely think that that's how teams are going to deal with these threats, and I'm looking forward to it because it's really exciting. It's kind of like a showdown right there, a little mini fight, 1v1 on the side, trying to trying to get into the main team fight. So definitely thought it was interesting, thought it was something I should point out, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, like the video, comment down below if you have any video suggestions, any comments, anything like that. And I do have a couple more videos planned for the next couple days. I do, I might even post another one today. I haven't decided. I'll see if I can get around to recording it. But yeah, thanks you guys once again for watching. This has been Gilbert, like I said, Lala Lakers with Dizzy Gaming. And yeah, stay competitive.